Hello and welcome to episode 378 of the Daily Sales Message podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice. It's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. If you're new around here, my name is James Newell and I teach people how to sell for a living. It's what I do. And for me, I have a very distinct and precise approach. It comes in two parts. It starts with having what I call a clear sales message. People got to understand exactly what it is you're trying to sell to them, which sounds flippant, but if you've ever struggled to explain what you offer, you know what I'm talking about. And then secondly, you need selling confidence, and that's the ability to be relaxed, comfortable, and confident in a selling situation. You know what to do. You know how to handle objections, how to ask for the business, etc. When you have clarity of message and confidence of delivery, that leads to conversion. Or it does in my book anyway. Right, in today's episode of the podcast, we're talking about sandboxing, and this pertains in particular to software demos. So if you don't have a product that is software, it's probably not the best episode for you to start listening to the podcast on, so feel free to skip away. If you do have software that you demo to people, or if you're just curious as to what James is talking about, I don't know why I talked about myself in the third person, there we go. We're talking about sandboxing, and sandboxing is where you create a very safe environment within the SaaS product, the software as a service product, or the software, whatever it is that you've got, where clients can mess about with it, tinker with it, but they won't do any real damage. So they're not going to be able to delete files or change anything. It's a sandbox. It is an enclosed area within the software where nothing else can happen. It's really attractive for buyers because they can click buttons and check out features knowing they're not going to do any damage. So it's like dialing the numbers on a phone that's unplugged from the wall and disconnected, or it's a mobile phone but it's switched off, so you're going to press the buttons but nothing's going to happen. So they can get a feel for what it might be like, but they're not going to do any damage. And for you as a seller, it allows the buyer to experience things but without causing you any mishaps. So if you don't already do this, think about creating a sandbox, a separate environment, which is like the phone analogy. It's disconnected from anything. It's not going to do any damage, because a lot of people like to tinker. They like to click things, see what things look like and how things work, etc., etc. Giving people an experience of your offering, an experience of using offering, is one of the most compelling ways for them to make a decision whether they're going to buy it or they're not going to buy it. So that's sandboxing. Right, that's it for this episode. Tomorrow in episode 379, so we've gone from today where we're talking about something that's quite specific, just the software people. Tomorrow we're talking to anybody and everybody about anything and everything. We're covering something which I call the anything problem, and I'll explain that in more detail tomorrow. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please hit the like or subscribe button, share this with somebody, leave a comment below wherever you're watching or listening. It helps us to reach more people. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another fast-talking edition of the Daily Sales Message.